Hi everyone, myself Rajesh. Today we are going to discuss about problems in three-phase circuits. Okay, this is the problem. Problem 1. Three identical coils, each of resistance 10 ohms and inductance 42 ohms, 42 millihenry are connected in star and question number A in star, question number B in delta to a 415 volts 50H three-phase supply. Determine the total power dissipated in each case. Okay, so this is the balanced case. So already he has given 10 ohms resistance and inductance is 42 millihenry. Okay, it means for star connected load, if you see here, so already we know this is the star connection. So if you see here, this is the resistance, inductance, so this is A phase, C phase, B phase. Okay, say this is VCA, say this is VBC, this one is VAB. Okay, these are the line voltages. VAB, VBC, VC are the line voltages. Here he has given resistance is 10 ohms. Okay, inductance is 42 millihenry. For all it's same, it is same. Okay, 42 millihenry and 10 ohms resistance. Okay. Okay, here he did not give the directly inductive reactance. He has given the inductance. Already we know that the inductive reactance formula is XL equals to omega into L. Okay, where omega is 2 pi f. Okay, omega is 2 pi f. Okay, instead of omega 2 pi f. 2 pi f into L. Okay, where f is in given data he mentioned the frequency is 50 Hz. Okay, this is the 50 Hz frequency and the inductance is 42 millihenry. It means 42 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, 42 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So the final after simplification you will get the value is 13.19. Okay, 13.19 ohms inductive reactance. Okay, so the total phase impedance, if you see the phase impedance, Z phase equals to R plus, okay, JXL. Okay, not XL, this is JXL. Okay, so here already we know the resistance value is 10 ohms and the inductive reactance just now we find out 13.19. Okay, this is the inductance reactance value. Okay, 13.19. Okay, this is in complex form. This is in complex form. If you make it in terms of polar form, so you will get 16.55 at an angle 52.83 degrees. Okay, this is ohms. Okay, in question what he asked to find out, determine the total power dissipated in each case. Okay, so he is asking total power dissipated in star connection load and delta connected load. First we are doing for star connection. Now already he in problem in given data 415 volts three phase supply. It means 415 indicates it is not phase supply. He did not mention anything. Okay, it means directly by default you can take it as a line voltage. Okay, the line voltage VL equals to 415 at an angle 0 volts. Okay, at an angle 0 volts. Actually he has given 415. So if you consider the phase sequence is ABC, for VAB already you know 415 at an angle 0 you can take it. For VBC you can take it 415 at an angle minus 120. Okay, similarly for VCA, okay, you can take 415, okay, at an angle plus 120 degrees. Okay, this is the case. Previous problems we have done it, but in this case we don't want these all line voltages, just we want magnitudes, because he is asking power dissipated in each case. Only he is asking power. He did not ask about line voltages, line currents. Okay, it means you can take directly magnitudes. Okay, already we know for power dissipated in each case, maybe for star connected load, maybe for delta connected load. This is the formula. Okay, root 3 VL IL cos phi, or you can in terms of phases means 3 into V phase, okay, I phase, okay, cos phi, where phi is angle between V phase and I phase. Okay, so we don't want these the line voltages directly, we want magnitudes. Okay, actually here you no need to take the at an angle 0 degrees, directly you can take it, the magnitude is 415. Okay, so this is the line voltage. Okay, if you want to find out the phase voltage, okay, why we want to find out phase voltage? Here he has given the voltage across all lines. Okay, once if you find out the voltage across phase voltage, suppose this is the phase voltage VAN, this is the neutral point N, so the voltage across A to N means this is the phase voltage. Similarly VAN, VBN, VCN, these are the phase voltages. Once if you find out the phase voltages, directly you can find out the phase current. If you see this is the phase current, okay, current through the impedance A, okay, phase A, okay, means magnitude for all cases it is same. That's why I have considered I phase equals to V phase by, okay, Z phase. Okay, I'm not considering means for this type of problems you no need to consider the angles, directly you can consider the magnitudes. It means you no need to take the at an angle 0 degrees, directly you can take it as a 415 volts. VL means 415 volts. V phase means already we for star connected load we have a formula is that VL equals to root 3 into V phase. It means V phase equals to VL by root 3 is the magnitude. Okay, suppose if you want to consider the angles also, you can consider the angles, no problem. So here I have considered the angles. So if you see VL, okay, at an angle minus 30 degrees by root 3. Okay, why I have taken minus 30 degrees? Because always line voltage leads phase voltages by 30 degrees. Okay, where phase means same comment you can make it, phase voltage lags line voltage by 30 degrees. That's why I have considered the lagging means indicates negative minus 30. Okay, phase voltage lags line voltage by 30 degrees. That's why I have considered VL at an angle minus 30 by root 3. Okay, it means 415 at an angle, this is the 415 at an angle minus 30 degrees by root 3. Okay, this value it will give the 240 minus 30 degrees. Okay, this is after simplification you will get 240 at an angle minus 30 degrees. Okay, this is the V phase value. Okay, so suppose if you don't want to consider the angles, directly VL by root 3 you mention, so 415 by root 3 you will get 240 volts. That is the magnitude case. Okay, so I phase means already we know I phase equals to V phase by Z phase. So V phase, this is the V phase by Z phase. V phase means only consider V phase. Okay, for balanced supply if you consider for one phase, okay, for remaining phases also it is same, the magnitude is same. That's why I have considered for only one phase. V phase equals to 240 at an angle minus 30 degrees by impedance is already we find out, right? This is the impedance polar form. This is the case you will get 16.55, 52.83 degrees. Okay, after simplification you will get 14.50, okay, minus 83.83 degrees. Okay, this is the phase current. Okay, so for star connected load, phase current and line current both are same, because already we have discussed in case of star connection the phase current equals to line current. Okay, so that's why the line current equals to phase current, it is 16.50 minus 82.83 degrees. Okay, so now if you want to find out power equation, so this is the power equation. Maybe you can consider root 3 VL IL cos phi, the angle between the phase current and line current. Okay, you can use 3 V phase, I phase, cos phi. Already we have discussed V phase. What is the V phase magnitude? V phase magnitude, if you see, this is the V phase, so the magnitude is 240. Okay, just substitute 3 into 240. So I phase, what is the I phase value? I phase value is 16.50, 14.50. Just substitute 14.50. What is the angle between these? The angle between this is, so for V phase this is minus 30 degrees angle, for I phase minus 82.83. What is the difference? Okay, that is 52.83 is the angle difference. Okay, otherwise you can also find out the angle another way you can find out. Just see here. So if you see here the power factor, so already I told, So you have to find out P means 3 V phase, okay, I phase, okay, cos phi. Okay, if you want to find out the power, you have to get like that. Cos phi you can also find out like this, means this is the power factor. Okay, if you find out the phi also, you can find out cos phi. So phi based on the load also you can find out. Okay, already in ECA 2, ECA 1 we have discussed. Okay, you can find out the power factor is that cos phi equals to resistance by total impedance. Okay, where resistance magnitude is 10, the impedance magnitude is 16.55. Okay, finally you will get 0.6042. Okay, why you are getting the lagging means, so for negative already we have discussed, right? We got the negative angle. Negative means lagging. For practical loads, mostly when you are having inductance and resistance combination, means those are the lagging loads only. Okay, so power factor another way also you can find out. Cos the angle between V phase and I phase. Just now I told the V phase angle is minus 30 degrees. I phase angle is minus 82.83. The difference you will get 52.83 degrees. So finally you will get 0.6042. Same you can get same way. Okay, you can you can find out power factor from maybe from loads or maybe from the difference of V phase and I phase angles. Okay, so now you can find out the power dissipated root 3 VL IL, okay, cos phi, or you can also find out 3 V phase I phase cos phi. Okay, so root 3, so this is the root 3. Okay, the VL just 415. Okay, and the I line and I phase both are same 14.50. Okay, into cos phi. Cos phi means this is the value. Okay, 0.6042. Now this is the power dissipated in star connected load is 6.3 kilowatts. Okay, after finding this you will get 63,000 watts. Okay, if you make it in terms of kilowatts, means you will get 6.3 kilowatts. Okay, so alternatively you can also find out like this. So so if you see here, for one phase what you will get. Okay, just you see. So this is R, this is XL. Okay, okay, so power dissipation only, it is from resistance only. Okay, reactance it will not happen power dissipation. Okay, it will store the energy. Okay, it means here the power dissipated, how you will get, what is the power dissipated resistance? So you will get I phase square, okay, into R. Okay, if it is in 3 phases, this is equals to power equals to P equals to 3 into I phase square R. Okay, so if you see here, this is the power equals to 3 into I square R phase. Okay, so already we know I phase value, this is 3 into 14.50 square, here it is square, into 10 the resistance value. Finally you will get same answer you will get. Okay, so you may find out power dissipated by circuit also, you can find out like this also. Okay, maybe you can go for this method, maybe you can go for this method. Okay, so now we are going for delta connected load. Okay, up to now we have done for star connected load, now we are going for delta connected load. Okay, for delta connection, so same, this is XL. So previously already we find out the resistance in given data it is 10 ohms. Okay, inductive reactance also we find out XL already we find out the value, right? What is XL value? 14.5 something. Okay, so already he has given VL value. VL equals to 415 volts. But in case of delta connection, okay, the line voltage, this is the phase voltage. Okay, it is also equal to line voltage. Okay, it is also equals to line voltage. Already we have discussed, right? So the line voltage equals to phase voltage in case of delta connected load. Okay, it means 415 at an angle 0 volts. Okay, so Z phase already previously we find out, because it is same problem, so you can take it those values. Z phase equals to 16.55, 52.83 degrees. Okay, power factor also, this the given load is same, so you can take it cos phi 0.6042. okay, lagging. So now if you want to find out the phase current, okay, what is the phase current? Okay, here the line voltage equals to phase voltage. So if you want to find out for any phase, this is I phase equals to V phase, or it is VL by Z phase. Okay, so the phase current equals to V phase by Z phase. Okay, so 415 at an angle 0, so by 16.55 at an angle 52.83 degrees. Okay, after simplification you will get this to 25.08 at an angle minus 52.83 degrees. Okay, this is the phase current. Okay, so for delta connected system, this is the phase current. So if you want to find out the line current, okay, so how you will find out the line current for delta connected load? It is equals to delta current, it means for line current equals to root 3 into V phase. Okay, IL equals to root 3 into V phase. Okay, so if you want to consider the angle, so already I told the line current always lags, okay, phase current by 30 degrees in case of delta connected load. So it means you can take it minus 30 degrees. Okay, when for finding power dissipation type problems, you no need to take angles directly, you can go magnitudes. It means directly you can take it IL equals to root 3 into I phase. You no need to consider the angle. Okay, some of the textbooks they may consider the angles, most of the textbooks they will not consider the angles. Okay, when we are finding power dissipation type of problems. Okay, so IL equals to root 3 into I phase at an angle minus 30 degrees. So root 3 I phase value previously we find out, right? This is the I phase value. Okay, just substitute here root 3 into 25.08 at an angle minus 82.83 degrees. So you will get 43.44 at an angle minus 82.83 degrees. Okay, this is the line current. Okay, now power dissipation. So this is the formula, root 3 VL into IL cos phi. Just substitute the VL value. VL equals to 415 at an angle 0. Substitute 415 only magnitude. Similarly IL equals to, this is the magnitude. So substitute this. So what is the cos phi? Cos phi value in previous problem we find out, that is equals to 0.6042. Just substitute this. Finally you will get the value is 18.87 kilowatts. Okay, so it means suppose if you alternate method. Okay, this is the alternate method. Power equals to 3 into I phase square R. Okay, previously I told, right, same thing. So I phase, what is the I phase value? I phase here the magnitude is 25.08. It means you can get 3 into 25.08 square into 10 into resistance. Okay, you will get 18.87 kilowatts. Same answer you will get it. Okay, just do with calculator, you will get these answers. Okay, if you see, if you compare for star connected load and for delta connected load, for same load, it means for same impedance, if you consider, okay, for star connected load you are getting 6.3 kilowatts, but in delta connected load you are getting 18.87 kilowatt. It means 3 times of star connected load power you are getting. Okay, just see here, you are getting 6.3 kilowatts, here you are getting 18.87 kilowatts. Okay, if you it means if you are having 3 windings, if you are connected in star connected load, so you are getting 6.3 kilowatts. Same, you remove the connection, you connect in delta connected load, so the power dissipation is you are getting 18.87 kilowatts. Okay, so this is the problem number 2. Okay, so a 415 volts 3-phase AC motor has a power output of 12.75 kilowatts and operates at a power factor of 0.77 lagging and with an efficiency of 85%. If the motor is delta connected, determine the power input and the line current and the phase current. It means suppose it is the load is delta connected load. Suppose say this is the load is delta connected. Okay, so this is the delta connected load. Say this is ZL, ZL, ZL. Okay, here he is asking to find out IL line currents and phase currents, and also he is asking to find out power input. Okay, so we got the power output. Okay, it means power input means, so say this is supply. Okay, say this is supply, so he is asking power input. It means how much power it is transferred to the this load. Okay, so this is the input. Okay, it means this is the input. Okay, this is the output. Okay, this load is output. Okay, so it means he has given output power. The power output is 12.75 kilowatts. Okay, how you have to find out the power input. How you will find out the power input? Also he has given the efficiency. The efficiency formula is the efficiency equals to power output by power input. Okay, power output by power input. If it is in percentage efficiency means you have to multiply with 100. Okay, so percentage efficiency of percentage he has given, it is 85 percentage. Only efficiency means 0.85. Okay, 85 by 100, it is equals to 0.85. you will get the power output. Already it is taken 12.75 kilowatt. Okay, 12.75 kilowatt he has given, so it means 12.75 kilowatt by power input. So the power input equals to 12.75 kilowatt. Okay, it means here he converted kilowatts into watts. It means you will get 12,750 watts you will get. Okay, 12,750 watts. Just substitute 12,750 watts by the power factor is 0.85. Okay, so it means the power input equals to 12,750 by 0.85. So finally after simplification you will get 15,000 watts, or it is also equals to 15 kilowatts. Okay, okay, this is the power input. Now we have to find out the line current and phase currents. Okay, before finding line currents, okay, you can also find out phase current. So he has given the data is, so the power input just now we find out power input is there, and also power factor is there. This is the power factor. Okay, also he has given the VL value. So the formula is power input is so power input equals to √3 into VL IL cos phi. So from this one you can write IL equals to what you can write, IL equals to P power input by √3 into VL cos phi. Okay, already you are having power input. Okay, already you are having VL line voltage, also power factor. Okay, just substitute those values. So power input just now we find out this is 15,000 watts. 15,000 by √3 into the line voltage, it is equals to 415. So just substitute the 415 volts into cos phi. Cos phi means this is the power factor, so 0.77. so finally you will get 27.10. this is the magnitude. Okay, this is the line current, the current flowing through the line. Okay, okay, the current flowing through the line you are getting 27.10. it is in magnitude. Suppose if you want to get the angle also, you can get the angle. Just now wait, I will tell you. So this is the IL for delta connected system. The current IL equals to √3 into I phase. So √3 into I phase. So I phase, okay, I phase you can get IL by √3. just substitute IL value 27.10 by √3. so you will get 15.65. okay, suppose if you want to get the angle, already you are having power factor cos phi. So once if you are having cos phi, so cos phi equals to 0.77 you will get. So phi equals to cos inverse 0.77. this is the value you will get power factor angle. So if you want to make it, so negative of those angle. Okay, those angle just make it, that is called power factor angle. Why it is negative means this is the Why it is negative means this is the lagging. Okay. Okay. We have a 3 objectives. One is power input. Already just now we find out line currents and phase currents. Okay, this is the line current, this is the phase current. Okay, so if you want to find out the angles, so phase current angle you can find out. So this is cos phi equals to 0.77, phi value equals to cos inverse 0.77. just substitute this. Okay, if you want to find out line angle, for line and phase there is a 30 degrees difference. Okay. So this is the next problem. Okay, a 400 three-phase star-connected alternator supplies a delta-connected load, each phase of which has resistance of 30 ohms and inductive reactance is 40 ohms. Okay, calculate the current supplied by the alternator and the output power and the kVA rating of alternator. Okay, so what is the connection here? So the supply is the three-phase star-connected alternator. Alternator means generator. Okay, so the generator means supply. Okay, supply side. Okay, three-phase star connected. Okay, supply is star connected but load is delta connected. Okay, it means the power the problem is just like this. Says A, this is neutral, B, C. Capital A, capital B, capital C. B is connected to B, A is connected to A, C is connected to C. Okay. Okay, this is the supply connection, this is the load connection. Okay, what he is asking first question 1 is the current supplied by the alternator. It means, so this is the current. Okay, the current supplied by the alternator is equals to the line current of the delta connected load. Okay, both are same. It means this currents you have to find out. Okay, so how you will find out this current? Okay, already he has given the 400 volts. By 400 volts, 3 phase. It means line voltage he has given. Okay, the line voltage, it means it is equals to 400 volts. Okay, so it means, so V phase for delta connected load, V phase equals to VL. It means this 400 voltage it is equals to phase voltage as well as line voltage. So it is V phase equals to 400 volt at an angle 0 volts. Okay, so if you want to consider the angles, you can consider the angles. Otherwise, most of the problems you no need to consider the angles. Okay, so when we are finding power cases, power dissipated, power generation, power input, those type of problems, you no need to consider the angles. Okay, so phase impedance already has given the resistance is 30 ohms. Okay, the reactance is 40 ohms. The Z phase equals to 30 plus J40, it is equals to 50 at an angle 53.13 ohms. Okay, 13 degrees. Okay, it is impedance means it is in ohms. Okay, phase current you can find out phase voltage by phase impedance. Okay, it means V phase by ZL you can consider. So 400 at an angle 0 degrees. So by 50 at an angle 53.13, this is the Z phase value. Okay, after simplification you will get 8 at an angle minus 53.13 degrees. Okay, this is the phase current. Okay, so for delta connection, the line current equals to IL equals to √3 into I phase. Just substitute the I phase value in this formula so that you will get the line current. Okay, so IL equals to √3 into I phase means I phase value already it is there. Just substitute the magnitude. So the magnitude is 8. √3 into 8 you will get. So 13.86 is the line current. Okay, the magnitude of the line current. It is also equals to the current supplied by the generator or alternator. Okay, both are same. Okay, it means This is the 13.86 is the current supplied by the alternator. Okay. So next, what you have to find out? The power output. The output power you have to find out. Okay. To find out the output power, what is required? So already you know, right, what is required. So power equals to 3 in root 3 into VL IL cos phi. Okay, so VL already it is there, it is equals to VL equals to V phase, VL equals to V phase, it is 400 volts. Okay, VL means 400, IL means it is equals to I phase, IL value just now we find out, right, root 3 into I phase, so 13.86. Okay, we have to find out the cos phi. Cos phi value, how you will find out? Resistance is there, so impedance is there. Okay, so cos phi equals to, you can find out, so cos phi equals to resistance by Z, impedance. So resistance value is 30. Okay, impedance value, what is the value? So it is 50. So 30 by 50 you will get, this is the power factor angle, cos phi. Okay, so VL is there, IL is there, power factor is there, so you can get the output power. Okay, so if you see here, so the power equals to root 3 into VL IL cos phi. Okay, root 3 into VL IL cos phi. So cos phi, just now we find out, R phase by Z phase, you will get 30 by 50, you will get 0.6. Okay, power equals to, so root 3, VL value is 400 volts and the line current is 13.86, so power factor is 0.6. Finally you will get 5.76 kilowatts you will get. Okay, this is the output power. Okay, so if you want kVA, okay, kVA rating of the alternator, so you will get S equals to, okay, root 3 into VL IL. Okay, this is called operant power, it is also called kVA, VA rating of the alternator. Okay, so root 3, okay, VL 400 volts and IL 13.86, it means you will get 9.60 kVA. Okay, it means if you want, you will get in terms of 9.6 10 to the power of cube. Okay, that is in VA rating. Okay, if you want to make it in kVA, you can get 9.60 kVA. Okay, if you want VA rating, means you can get 9.6, okay, 10 to the power of cube VA. It means you will get, what you will get, 9600 VA rating you will get. This is the volt ampere rating of the alternator. Okay, next problem is, two wattmeters are connected to measure the input power to a balanced three-phase load by the 2 wattmeter method if the instrumentation readings are 8 kilowatts and 4 kilowatts. Determine the total power input and the load power factor. Okay, already we have discussed this topic, right? Okay, measurement of power in by using 2 wattmeter method. Okay, by using 2 wattmeter method, so the total input power, so already we have discussed, right, the total input power means the sum of the 2 wattmeter readings, so it will give the total input. So power equals to W1 plus W2, so you will get, so here you are having one of the wattmeter, it is measuring 8 kilowatts and another one is, it is measuring 4 kilowatts. Okay, which one is maximum, that you consider the W2 reading. So here the maximum reading is W2 80 kilowatts and W1 is, so you get 4 kilowatts. Okay, which one is maximum value, that you consider as the wattmeter 2, because we find out the formula for tan phi equals to tan inverse. Okay, so W2 minus W1, okay, root 3 into W2 minus W1 by W1 plus W2. We have derived this. Okay, some of the textbooks they may give like this also, root 3 W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2. Okay, but here he will consider the maximum magnitude is omega, W1 is the 8 kilowatts, but in my case I will consider W2, always I will consider the maximum is wattmeter 2, minimum is wattmeter 1. So W2 equals to 8 kilowatts, W1 equals to 4 kilowatts. The total power input means W1 plus W2. It is equals to 8 kilowatts plus 4 kilowatts. Okay, it means 12 kilowatts. This is the power input. Okay, next what we have to find out? The power factor. Okay, to find out the power factor, what is required? Power factor angle. Power factor angle means phi equals to tan inverse root 3 W2 minus W1 by W1 plus W2. Okay, just substitute here. Okay, here I will consider the W2 here, W1 here. So tan phi equals to, both are same. Okay, phi equals to that or tan phi equals to this. So you will get root 3 into 8 minus 4 by 8 plus 4. So you will get root 3 into 4 by 12. You will get root 3 into 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Tan phi equals to 1 by root 3. So phi equals to tan inverse 1 by root 3. Okay, it means 1 by root 3. This is tan inverse 1 by root 3. You will get phi equals to 30 degrees. Once if you get the power factor angle, so you can get the power factor. Phi value equals to 30 degrees. It means cos phi equals to cos 30. It is equals to 0.866. Okay, this is the power factor of this load. Okay, last 2 minutes. Next problem is 2 wattmeters connected to a 3-phase motor indicating the total power input to be 12 kilowatts. The power factor is 0.6. Determine the readings of each wattmeter. Previously what we find out, wattmeter readings are given. Okay, we find out the power input and power factor of the circuit. Okay, so but in this case reverse. Okay, power input is given, power factor is given. You have to find out the wattmeter readings. Okay, same formulas you can use. Okay, the total power input W1 plus W2, it is equals to 12 kilowatts. Okay, so this is the equation number 1. The equation number 2 is, okay, tan phi equals to root 3 W2 minus W1 by W1 plus W2. It means the power factor is already he has given this 0.6. Okay, once if you get the cos phi equals to 0.6, the phi equals to cos inverse 0.6, you will get the phi value. Once if you get the phi value, you can get tan phi value. So phi value is cos inverse 0.6, you will get 53.13 degrees. Just tan phi equals to tan 53.13, it is equals to 1.33. Okay, just substitute here. Okay, if you substitute 1.33 and equation number 1, W1 plus W2, you will get 12. So finally, so the W2 minus W1, okay, suppose if you want to consider W1 plus W1 minus W2, you may consider this, because you will here you will get maximum reading is wattmeter 1. Okay, so once if you get the W2 minus W1, say this is equation number 2, so you will get, so from equation number 1 and 2, you will get this. For 2, from 2 you will get this. Okay, 1 already it is having W1 plus W2 12 kilowatts. From both equations you will get, if you add these both equations, you will get 2W1 equals to 21.237. okay, W1 equals to, you will get 10.62 kilowatts. Okay, once if you get the W1, so you will get the W2 from any equation. Okay, just substitute in this equation, equation number 1, 12 minus 10.62, 1.38 kilowatts. Okay, these are the wattmeter readings. Wattmeter 1 reading is, you will get 10.62 kilowatt. Wattmeter 2 reading is 1.38 kilowatts. Okay, it means already I told, if you consider that formula, it means root 3 into W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2, you will get wattmeter 1 reading is maximum, wattmeter 2 reading is minimum. But mostly you may consider both the formulas, no problem. I will consider that root 3 into W2 minus W1 by W1 plus W2, so that you will get the wattmeter 2 reading is more compared to wattmeter 1 reading. Okay, thank you.